Hey everyone, my name is Chloe and I'm here with haul number 2 of the week because I got so many books in April that I didn't want to put them all in one video because I got a huge stack of adult books. So if you have not seen that video, I will link it down below. And now I have a huge stack of middle grade books. So I have 3 little kids and my big 2 are both readers. And so we are building our middle grade library quickly at this rate. And so the places I got these books are our library, Friends at a Library book sale or bookstore. It's always open. Everything's $1. It's dangerous. And then Christian Books had a sale on box sets and free shipping and all the things. And so it's a little excessive. So I kind of looked into these books before I bought them, but it's been a while, so let's just get into it. So the first one is Miracles on Maple Hill by Virginia Sorensen, and this is the Newbery winner for 1984 or 1985, I'm not sure, but it says Marley had been waiting a long time for this special moment. She sat alone in the car and stared at the lonely countryside and the small dilapidated house. It had to be the right place, all outdoors with miracles, not crowded and people being cross and mean. Daddy not tired all the time, Mama not worried. She whispered, please let there be miracles. So I don't really know a whole lot about this. This has a lot of words on a page and just maybe 5 or so pictures throughout the book. So I am trying to, I remember as a kid, tell me your experiences with the Newberries, because I remember as a kid, I can't remember if it was every year or what it was, but we had to pick either a Newbery or a William Allen White book to read I don't know, once a semester or once a quarter, I don't know. And so I fell in love with a lot of the Newbery books, and I haven't read this, so I'm low-key trying to collect them. Definitely not intensely, but if I find one like this, it's in good shape, sounds interesting, I'm definitely going to pick it up. Next we have Jawbreaker by Christina Wyman. So this one is about Max Plink. Her life is complicated. Her parents aren't getting along, school bullies, her sister's the meanest. Worst of all, her mouth is a mess. With a mismatched puzzle of a jaw, Max has a class 2 malocclusion, otherwise known as severe overbite. She already has braces, which means she lives on Advil and soft foods after each orthodontist appointment, but now Max has to wear painful and totally awkward orthodontic headgear named the Jawbreaker. Could things get any worse? So I remember having orthodontia as a child and just how awful it is. And I mean, I don't know if you guys experience this, but you want braces because it's the cool thing. And then you get them and you're like, oh my gosh, this is awful. And headgear, mouth stuff, it's just so painful. So I'm really interested in this. This is, there's also a journalism competition and she wants to enter, and it has a video element, but she doesn't want to show her face. So I think it's going to be interesting. This is definitely a middle school book, so we'll see. Okay, so I've had to wait to film this video until my big 2 kids are out because I like to use these books as little tiny rewards for things. And because, I mean, not tiny. If they do something great, then they get to pick a book. And so I don't want them to know about any of these, but obviously I've got my 1-year-old here, and so you may hear her little voice in the background. But anyway, then we've got The Girl Who Drank the Moon by Kelly Barnhill. I feel like this is everywhere. This is also a Newbery winner, I think. Did this win? Okay, so every year, the people of this town sacrifice a baby and to this witch or something because they think the witch is going to terrorize the town if they don't, but it's actually a kind witch, and she's like, what are you guys doing? So she normally feeds these babies sunlight, I think, and she accidentally gives this kid moonlight. Is that right? That's what I've heard. Yeah, she feeds a baby moonlight, filling the ordinary child with extraordinary magic. So I've heard nothing but good things about this. I think it's got pretty short chapters, wide margin, very middle grade layout. And so this one could be a fun read aloud with my girls, maybe this fall time. So we'll see. Next is the 4th collection of the Cul-de-sac Kids by Beverly Lewis. So this is a series that my daughters love. We read the first 3 volumes, which each volume has 5 books. So we read the first 3 all together, and now my daughter's going through and rereading them, and we didn't have the 4th. And these are $10 for 5 books, and they're cute, they're wholesome, they're about all these kids who live on a cul-de-sac, and we live on a cul-de-sac. So it's pretty relatable to my kids, and I think it gives them fun imagination things for when they're older. So there's that. Okay, finally, my husband just took the baby, so we should be able to get through this without interruptions. But then we have Larger Than Life Laura by Dandy Daly McCall. This this isn't about me, the story I mean. So already you got a reason to hang it up. At least that's what Mrs. Smith, my teacher, says. But the story is about 10-year-old Lainey Grafton and the new girl in her class, Laura Phelps, whom everyone bullies the minute she shows up. But instead of acting the way a bully kid normally acts, the new girl returns kindness for a meanness that intensifies until nobody remains unchanged, not even the reader. So, yeah, this is multi-layer with equal parts humor and angst. So titles are chapter titles are character, setting, conflict, and yeah, she repays meanness with kindness. And golly, that is hard to do for a kid, for an adult, for anybody. And if we can see an example of that, I think it'll be great, because as much as I would love to say I model that to my kids, it's really, really hard. It is really, really hard. So this is hopefully going to be a good one to do some life lessons. It's got some kind of mixed media in there. Not a lot, but just a little bit. Short. Sounds good. Then we have Hope Girl by Wendy Dunham. And this cover is kind of cool. Sometimes the wind's going to blow hard against you, but you got to face it head on like an eagle so you can soar. This is the unfolding story of 12-year-old River and her extra out-of-the-ordinary life she is trying to find her way through. When River discovers the truth about her past, she faces many unexpected challenges, but at least she's one step closer to her dream of getting her parents back together like parents are supposed to be. Despite her good intentions, one bad thing after another happens. Her grandmother ends up on life support. Her mom has amnesia. Her dad meets Rosa the nurse and plans to marry her. And then River gets diagnosed with curvature of the spine and has to wear a brace. So again, just kind of finding your place, finding control, finding lack of control. This I know is faith-based, and so hopefully finding God and all of that will be a part of the story. So yeah, sounds good. Then we have 5 books in the Natalie series. And I've never heard of this, so if you guys have, please let me know. But we have Natalie Wants a Puppy. Natalie Really Very Much Wants to Be a Star. Natalie's School's First Day of Me. Okay. Natalie in the Downside Up Birthday. And Natalie in the One of a Kind Wonderful Day. So this is by the same author, this Dandy Daly McCall. So it's by the same author as Larger Than Life Laura, and it's about a little girl named Natalie. She is 5, I think, and so this one, I feel like because it's Christian based, it's about a 5-year-old. I feel very comfortable handing these over to my 6-year-old and just letting her read them, because right now I'm trying to pre-read everything, and it's so hard because girlfriend reads a ton. So yeah, I think these are all about 5-year-old Natalie. So if you've heard of these, let me know. Next is, there's actually a 6th one. Sorry, Natalie and the Bestest Friend Race. So yeah, there's that. And then we have 2 in the Here's Lily series. Here's Lily, which I think is the first, and Lily Robbins MD. Again, another series that I don't really know anything about, but my daughter right now, for the past probably year and a half, my 6-year-old has wanted to be, she says she wants to be a baby doctor. And so seeing this, it says this is, let's see, she's Meet Lily Robbins, clever and charming, awkward and not so perfect and always fun. She's a redheaded 6th grader. So I don't know, sounds interesting. Again, something I feel fairly confident handing over to her. The font is unique. But it's pretty small and no pictures. So this one, I don't know. I mean, she would probably love to read it. So we'll just see. Then we have a box set of the Light Keepers 10 Girls complete box set. So it's got 10 girls who use their talents. Let's pull them out and see. 10 girls who use their talents. And we've got Helen Roosevelt, Maureen McKenna, Ann Lawson, Harriet Beecher Stowe, Sarah Edwards Selena, Countess of Huntington, Mildred Cable, Katie Ann McKinnon, Patricia St. John, and Mary Verghese. I've heard a lot about these light keepers, and so then we have 10 girls who made history. We have Florence Nightingale, Henrietta Mears, Mary Jane Kennard, Elizabeth Elliot, Ida Shooter, Betty Green, Jeanette Lee, Bessie Adams, Emma Dreyer, and Lottie Moon. And a lot of, my daughter's really been getting into reading, the Who Was, What Was history books by herself, and then, teaching me things. And so a lot of these, I feel like she'll be able to do that, so she will love them. So 10 Girls Who Made a Difference, Susanna Weasley, Ann Judson, Edith Schaefer, Ruth Bell Graham, Monica of Thagaste, Tegist, Susanna Spurgeon, Maria Taylor, Catherine Luther, Bethan Lloyd Jones, and Sabina Warmbrand. So Girls Who Made a Difference, Girls Who Didn't Give In. We have Blandina, Perpetua, Lady Jane Grey, Anne Askew, Liskin Dirks, Marion Harvey, Margaret Wilson, Judith Weinberg, Betty Stam, and Esther John. Then we have 10 Girls Who Changed the World. So Gladys Alward, Mary Slessor, Isabel Kuhn, Elizabeth Fry, Jackie Pullinger, Amy Carmichael, Joni Erickson, Tata Catherine Booth, Corey Ten Boom, and Evelyn Breen. So a lot of these names are not familiar to me, so I'm sure she will love to read them and let me know. So if you've read any of the Light Keepers, I know there's a set for girls and a set for boys. Let me know. We'll see. Then we have Grandma's Attic. So Grandma's Attic Treasury. It's 4 books. And we stumbled upon this first book in Grandma's Attic somewhere like at our library bookstore or a library book sale or something. And my kids love this book. So this is about a little girl who would have never guessed what her grandma was up to at her age. That is, until she discovered the secrets hidden in her grandma's attic. Everything she found sparked a tale of grandma's life in simpler times and a life lesson her grandma had learned. A quilt square reminded her grandma to avoid pride. A shoe button inspired her about honesty. And what was that wire thing grandma wore? So all these are just stories for like that the grandma is passing down. Great with virtues. And yeah, so we've got Treasures from Grandma's Attic, still more stories from Grandma's Attic, and more stories from Grandma's Attic. So we've got 4 books. All these are, again, just so wholesome and kind of old-fashioned. My kids love them. So there we go. Then we've got Meet the Daniel Sisters. So this is a 3-book set. Ansley's, I think it's Ansley, Ansley's Big Bake Off, Ashton's Dancing Dream, and Amber's Song. So it's about 3 sisters. Let's see. This 3-book collection stories about the Daniel sisters is sure to be a hit with your reader. Follow Ansley, Ashton, and Amber as they navigate life and new feelings in a new town and different school while making new friends with the help of their dad, Aunt Sam, and their older sister Lena, all while each staying their own unique women. So I think Lena in the Spotlight is the series with their older sister. Let me see if I can get these out. This is a part of like the Faith Girls series. So again, not something I know a ton about, but I just, like I said, with the pre-reading that I've been doing lately, I can't keep up. And so buying these books from Christian Books has been really comforting to me. So I'm guessing she likes to bake, she likes to sing, and she likes to dance. So we like to do all those things around this house, so should be fun. Then we have the Mandy collection, which I've also heard is like a classic. This is volume 1, but these are, let's see if it says when they were originally written. 1983. So again, early 80s. We have Mandy and the Secret Tunnel, Mandy and the Cherokee Legend, Mandy and the Ghost Bandits, Mandy and the Forbidden Attic, and Mandy and the Trunk's Secret. So 5 different books in here. And like personally, I don't love reading these huge collections, but my daughter really does, like these cul-de-sac kids books. We have a couple of other ones and she just eats them up. And so again, full of faith, kind of old-fashioned, I think very wholesome. So we'll see. And then last is this Imagine series. So this is 6 stories for kids. And this is like, imagine join kids like you who find themselves back in Bible times living out epic adventures. So my kids have read the Secret of the Hidden Scrolls series and they really like that. And I think this is similar. So we have Imagine the Great Flood, Imagine the 10 Plagues, Imagine the Fall of Jericho, Imagine the Giant's Fall, Imagine the Miracle of Jesus, and Imagine the Tower Rising. So these ones are definitely ones that she could read now. And yeah, I think anytime something brings the Bible to life, I'm a big fan of it and they really like it. So there's that. So a lot of Christian fiction for the kids, and just a lot of good stuff that I am really excited to either read with them or have them read, have on our shelves, and work on building up our shelves, because what we need in this house is more books, right? So that is everything. If you've read any of these, let me know. Sometimes with older fashioned books, there's some problematic things. And so I think I'm going to pre-read at least the first book in these series. just because, yeah, like I like to know what they're consuming, and so we can have conversations if necessary. But let me know if there's anything I need to look out for. Let me know if there's any that you knew and loved as a kid, or that you've read to your kids or whatever. Let me know. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one.